Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 31st day of July, last day of July 2022, can you believe it? I'm going to take you over to APMEX so we can see where those spot prices ended the week. But before that, check this out. Doing something a little bit different today. Got a good morning. Whoa, back it up, back it up. A good Sunday morning to you with Tiny Numismatics number 193. Check that out. Now, looks like gold ended the week at 1777.40. Silver ended the week at 2063. Platinum at 919.80, and palladium at 2161.50. Check that out. Now, there's some really interesting. I'm going to do about 3 articles today, and I think all 3 of them are from Paul Gilk. So thank you, sir, and obviously Coin World as well. So check this out. Damage to uncirculated coin sets set off complaints. I love that. Set off complaints. Good stuff right there. Now, there she is. Now, we remember if, I'd remember, and now you may remember as well, but Tiny Numismatics called that the Wilma Mankiller would be the most damaged air coin, well, most, gosh, how should I even say it? Well, the coin with the most errors for 2022. And so far, he is absolutely right. So here we are. 2022 uncirculated mint sets are being received by collectors with what appears to be damage to the packaging and possibly the coins. And I touched on this a little bit on one of the videos, I think Thursday or Friday last week, and talked about how, you know, the mint had 250,000 of these, and they've already had about 5 or 6 or 8,000 already returned to their back in returns to the United States Mint. So that's even lowering the numbers underneath the 250,000 that they had allocated for this particular set. So wild stuff. And I don't really believe that it's damage. I believe it's just the mint packaging, and they didn't give a heads up and set up those expectations of what the packaging would look like with this new packaging, because there are holders to hold the coin in place so it doesn't rotate. So it says here, multiple collectors have reported to Coin World that they've received the 2022 uncirculated coin sets they ordered, with many coins from the Philadelphia and Denver Mint exhibiting what they believe to be damage, possibly caused by packaging equipment. However, it is unclear from images whether the coins are damaged or the appearance of damage is part of the packaging. And I think that's really what we're dealing with, is the appearance of damage, and it's part of the packaging. Mint officials were contacted but did not respond to Coin World by the press time of this article, and it was July 29th, 10 a.m. So, look, these 20 coin sets containing folders of 10 coins each, specifically struck at Denver and Philadelphia mints, were offered at $25.25 per set by the U.S. Mint through enrollments of registered mint customers, and sales opened on July 12th to the public. The maximum release of these sets is authorized at 250,000, with 158,257 of those recorded sold as of Mint's 24th of July sales report. And we are already at the 31st of July, and imagine there's a whole lot more of these that are going to be gone as well. Because check this out. I mean, think about it. The American Women quarters are super duper hot this year, and a lot of people were unable to obtain any examples of those coins in the rolls or the bags. PDS, I mean, obviously there's not an S in the mint sets here, but at least you get fine examples of the Denver and Philadelphia mints American Women quarters. So that's a huge deal. That's a really big deal. And I think people are buying this to catch up on that, to pick up those quarters. Good stuff here. Really good stuff. Now, Coin World was first alerted to problems with the mint sets on July 22 when collectors began examining the sets they received in the mail from the Mint. Now, New York collector Bill Olson reported for 3 sets he ordered and received, crypt marks from packaging equipment or possibly damage to the coins appear in the same 4 positions on the rim. And yeah, there you go. I mean, it's an appearance of damage. It really isn't. However, collectors report it is difficult to ascertain if the damage is on the packaging alone or it appears on the respective coins. So the coins for the sets are placed by robots in their respective openings in the folder inserts after being retrieved from trays containing the various coins. After placement of all 10 coins is complete for each of the Denver and Philadelphia coin folders, the plastic compartments are crimped shut. And these are tamper evident this year, so that's kind of cool. Good stuff on the packaging, but they didn't give a heads up on what's what. Now, check this out. This is also by Paul Gilks, July 29, 8 a.m. Limited edition American Eagle $1 enrollments are closed. What does that even mean? Because do they even have a limited edition American Eagle enrollment? Not sure what that means, but let's go ahead and find out. U.S. Mint will likely have few, if any, single proof. Okay, here we go. Single proof 2022 S American Eagle 1-ounce silver dollars available for sale for the public August 9th, since registered Mint customer enrollments have consumed all of the limited number of coins that are authorized by the United States Mint. Really, it's a limited release, right? So because the limited edition is that limited edition silver proof set that comes out in the fall right there. See, the United States Mint will likely have few, if any, single coins The product option was limited to a maximum release of 200,000 coins with a household order limit of 3. The coin was offered a price at $73 each. The option was offered to registered U.S. Mint customers through enrollment. U.S. spokesperson Michael White confirmed to the Coin World July 21 article, the product enrollment has closed as all available inventory has been depleted, and we are completing enrollment reconciliation process. And that really means that they're going through their orders to make sure they are valid orders, that they have credit cards that haven't expired, addresses that haven't changed, and all that good stuff. So that's the part of the reconciliation process. I'm sure there's more of it. Now, the coin was offered for $75 separately, April 14 package in the 2022 what? Wait a minute. The option registered. Okay, and we're talking about the S, correct? Proof 2022 S, American Eagle. And they're talking about the coin. Yeah, I think I'm just got thrown for a loop right here because I believe the $75 coin of the April 14 package for the 2022 congratulations set was the W proof. Gosh, I'd have to look back at that. I apologize for hitting the brakes right here and everything come to a grinding halt. In addition, the proof 2022 S American Eagle dollar is to be included in the 2022 limited edition silver proof set, which will be offered later this year. And remember, there was some confusion as to what coin, which American Eagle would be featured in there, and I'm glad we have that all sorted out. Good stuff, good stuff. Now, maybe have one or two more articles to follow up here, and that would be it. And I'm just going to basically be brief on this one. Stackbauer's hired by Mint to auction last first 2022 American Eagle bullion coins. And I know Silver Wolverine did an excellent video on this, and there is the picture of what these coins are going to look like. If you read the article, only NGC has the David J. Ryder signed labels. So and I think, one thing that's interesting about this is that it is a kind of a one-off. I don't think they've ever done something like this before, and it'll be really interesting to see where the prices go on this particular Dusk to Dawn set, or Dawn to Dusk. Now, here we go. This is by Paul Gilks, also July 28, 2022, 2 p.m. This is an excellent article. I think it should get every one of us some hope, okay, that we don't need to be professional coin collectors. We don't have to be the authoritative body and all that stuff. We just need to have our eyes open, yeah? So here we go. 10-year-old finds Cud Air Mankiller quarters. Bam, look at that. Cud Air Mankiller quarters. And look at the rim on that. Look at the edge. Wow. Yikes. So here we go. The 2022 P. Wilma Mankiller Air quarter dollar was found by Y.N. Clark Davis in a batch of quarters obtained from a Florida bank. There we go. So remember the other huge error that everybody's looking for on the Mankiller quarters was also found, I think, in the Pensacola panhandle of Florida. So looks like Florida's kicking down some really good errors this year. Philadelphia. Okay, here we go. With his eagle eyes, that's all it takes, Florida collector Clark Davis found 14 2022 P. Wilma Mankiller quarter dollars in the American Women's Series, exhibiting a progressive retained cud on the George Washington obverse. Clark is a young numismatist. I always get that one wrong, don't I? Numismatist. See, it's don't read it, feel it. Now, Clark is a young numismatist, all of 11 or 10 years of age. Isn't that incredible? You don't have to be a professional. You don't have to get paid. You just have to have an eagle eye. A retained cut occurs when a portion of the die face adjacent to the rim breaks off, but is held in position. Yikes. A raised area of design features may appear in that area on the struck coin. A retained cud becomes a full cud if the broken portion of the die falls away. This one didn't fall away, creating a larger void in the die into which metal flows during striking, resulting in a blob-like featureless raised area of metal on the coins. And to me, I think a cud always looks like some kind of like soldering moment in welding, where they have tin and anyway, they would attach the wires and it looks kind of like a blob. Anyway, examples of Mankiller quarters dollars with retained cud airs similar to that found by Clark Davis are being sold on eBay for $300 each or more, according to Mike Diamond. Clark's father, Ben Davis, a collector himself who introduced Clark and his siblings to the hobby, providing Coin World with images of the first 13 airs Clark discovered while searching through 40 coin paper-wrapped rolls obtained from the local bank. See, there's always hope for any one of us. These are awesome opportunities. Ben Davis followed up with images of the 14th example Clark found with additional rolls obtained from the same bank. That's amazing. So imagine if you had found these at the bank at your house. Okay, so you went to the bank, picked up some rolls, found these heirs. Would you be like, oh boy, gotta go right back to the bank and get as many rolls as I can? Absolutely, right? Just it's one of those things. Now, Coin World, I think I've just read that one. Now, on the 14th coin, Diamond explained quite a few planches were struck by this pair of fractured dies. The earlier stages don't show the crack on the reverse. This is getting better and better. The obverse displays a retained corner die break of the anvil die. A piece of the die broke off and sank below the plane of the die face. The fragment was trapped between the intact remainder of the die neck and the collar. And this is the remarkable stuff right here. The reverse shows a bi-level stepped, die crack with a remarkable degree of vertical displacement. This would be evidence of surface cracking and significant subsurface plastic deformation. This is huge, folks. It's just wow, and it's analogous to what happens when you press too hard on a chocolate-covered ice cream pop. The shell of the chocolate cracks and sinks into the softer ice cream beneath. For his examination of the first quarter dollar Clark located, Diamond said, lucky collector. These coins have been selling on eBay for more than $300. Absolutely. These are the coin heir of the year so far. They could get better. They could be less in the following two quarter releases. But really, these are the most profound examples of any heirs we've seen probably in the last decade, I would imagine. Now, these images represent the earliest die stage I've seen. The early stages seem to have been struck through grease, or maybe even they were weakly struck. It's hard to say without a shot of the edge. The well-struck area within the retained cut suggests it's grease, since retained cuts are often less well-struck than the surrounding area. Absolutely. Clark Davis, who is a frequent contributor to the American Numismatic Association's YN blog, has not yet decided what he plans to do with all of the Mankiller quarter dollar heirs he discovered. I would probably have them attributed and graded and all that good stuff, seeing how these are really incredible heirs. And like it says here, 10-year-old finds cut heir on Mankiller quarters. And that brings me to my +1 today. It says, keep learning. Don't be arrogant by assuming that you know it all, that you have a monopoly on the truth. Always assume that you can learn something from someone else. And I want to add a little bit more, from someone else, no matter who they are. From what you believe, maybe the lower stature to the highest stature, it doesn't matter. Everybody has value, and we can learn something from them. Now, bam, here we go with our +1. This is 95.5 KOIN Coin News Radio. This is Billy Joel, Big Shot. Yeah. There it is, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a silver stacker.